Okay. Excellent. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to LINE Intertrust Biannual Security Summit for 2018. I'm Takeshi Nakayama, the CISO of LINE Corporation. I'm privileged to be able to participate with you in this Security Summit. This is the fourth summit to be held jointly by LINE and Intertrust. We have great speakers and panelists here today. Obviously, I'm very excited to be part of it. But before I begin, I wish to express my sincere thanks to all participants, great speakers, panelists, and also the Intertrust team for organizing this magnificent event here in beautiful Rome. Okay, I wish to start off by giving you some background information about LINE because I suspect that not many of you know about LINE. Then I'll talk with you about today's theme, preparing for the data-driven future, what's happening in an era, new era of data and privacy. And I will touch upon some of the key challenges that we face at LINE in this area. Okay, now let's get started. First about LINE. LINE started in June 2011 as a mobile messenger service arising out of the need for enhanced communication service after the great earthquake hit in eastern Japan in March 2011. Starting from Japan, and with a focus on Asia, particularly in Taiwan, Thailand, and Indonesia, LINE has expanded its business around the world in 230 countries and regions and in 19 languages. Our mission is to bring people, information, and service closer together. We call it closing the distance. LINE strives to evolve into a smart portal to meet all needs that our users face in a constantly changing mobile universe. Aside from the messenger service, we have released other new and useful communication tools, AI speakers in 2017, last year. We are also developing a version of our AI speaker with a screen attached. It is called Global Desk. Through use of both sound and the screen, users can share information that is not easily done using sound alone. Users can check transportation and other schedules and confirm text at a glance. In addition, one of our group companies has released a tool called Gatebox. Gatebox lets users communicate with virtual characters. This is a female virtual reality character that talks with you from inside a glass box. This is one of the new communication tools that we look forward to in the range of future possibilities. LINE's products and services do not only consist of a simple messenger application, but they have been developed as a platform. And this year, we built and released a new service platform based on blockchain technology. It is called LinkChain. On this LinkChain platform, the distributed value ecosystem enables users to acquire and exchange cryptographic assets or tokens on various services. In this way, LINE has developed services and expanded its businesses as well as its own revenues. Okay, in security and privacy, we have been deeply and proactively focusing on two vital areas. These are collaboration and accountability. By way of example, we use collaboration to add value by improving security through the collaborative aspect of our bug bounty program for security. Through this program, security engineers and experts from around the world can identify and report to Line about security weaknesses that we may not have been able to identify by ourselves. At Line, improvement in our services is not just about technology. It is about utilizing cutting-edge intelligence gathering, speed, problem solving through far-reaching collaboration. The next key concept of privacy and security is accountability. With so many people use Line on a daily basis to communicate with each other, Line, we are kind of social infrastructure. As such, we must not only strive to implement security, but we also have a responsibility to properly demonstrate accountability to our stakeholders in the market. Some of the ways Line meets this accountability is by publishing a transparency report twice a year. Our transparency report regularly informs the public on how Line considered and addressed cases, including law enforcement or other organizations' requests concerning users' privacy. In the transparency report issued last April this year, we also included information about the types of encryption and the ways we use it. Now let's talk about today's theme, preparing for the data-driven future. Currently, different technologies such as mobility, virtualization, the cloud, big data, IoT, and AI, they all have moved forward very quickly and dramatically. This digital transformation phenomena is being extended outside of the internet into the real world through such diverse fields as agriculture, medical care, transportation. But the most important point here is that there is data at the center of all these technologies. Of course, data existed before these technologies. However, the value of data has risen dramatically. And now, in 2018, a new era of data has already begun. A company collects data from its customers, processes it in various ways, and returns it to them in the form of new experiences and more sophisticated services. As data is now regarded as the foundation of this cycle, many companies are now targeting just data. Companies are now aware that collecting and using data makes a difference and enables them to provide better user experiences. Today, data is extremely important to companies, and many companies want access to more and more data. They want to collect and use massive amounts of data. They want to become data companies that can provide new services and better user experiences. Companies striving to become this type of data company are not only internet-reliant companies such as Amazon, Google, Facebook, or Line. Companies in a wide range of other fields such as automotive, railways, pharmaceuticals, and consumer electronics are also trying to become the type of data company that collects and is able to use data effectively. The well-known security researcher Bruce Schneier said in his book, Data and Goliath, that times have changed. But what does this really mean? In what now seems a long time ago, during the age of newspaper, radio, television, we all received information. in somewhat similar to today. However, the fact that we received the information was never recorded, nor was information about what was consumed by the user captured. For example, when traveling, we would buy a train ticket, possibly made of paper with cash, and then enter the ticket gates. No ride history at all was recorded with that transaction. In other words, there was no data captured. Virtually all such transactions remained invisible. So what about now? Now when we look around, all things that we use in our daily lives are turning into computers and becoming connected to the internet. Cars, televisions, microwaves, refrigerators, they all have essentially become computers and are connected to the internet. In this new world of convenience, we have these evolved and evolving technologies, but crucially, there is also data. These types of data are collected, recorded, accumulated, and processed. The processed data is then used to provide us with even better new experiences. Thus, in a very positive sense, the times have changed. On the other hand, people's concerns about privacy have grown immensely in tandem with the positive changes. Today, many companies and users believe that corporate, in particular the information industry's attitude toward privacy are not where they should be. In fact, as the industry is still in its early stages, we are to some extent in uncharted waters. Despite these concerns, the rate at which data is being collected and used is dramatically increasing. Seeing this reality, Bruce Schneier raised an alarm when he said that times have changed. The issues surrounding privacy in this era of the internet have been changing its shape and are still expanding. For example, in 2011, there was a trial in the EU, as you know, that established the right to be forgotten. In brief, this is a new right that allows you to make a deletion request to a search engine service provider so that your personal data will not be displayed when someone searches for you on the internet. On the other hand, in the United States, where freedom of expression takes precedent, this right to be forgotten is not recognized and indeed would be prohibited by the US Constitution. Next, the Snowden incident that took place in 2013 is another example of the new types of privacy issues in the internet era. Edward Snowden, a former CIA member, reviewed the fact that US government had been intercepting and monitoring all types of information. This incident shook the world. It is interesting to note that this incident not only revealed the fragile trade-offs involved in the government protecting people from terrorism, but also saw criticism directed at the companies who were simply following orders of the government. Okay, next recent example is the dispute between Apple and the FBI. Apple refused to comply with the FBI's demand that Apple provide technical assistance on unlocking a shooting suspect's iPhone. Apple CEO Tim Cook posted a message for consumers and called for understanding. This event attracted attention to the balance between national security and privacy. And this year, Facebook attracted major global attention as a result of the Cambridge Analytica incident. Some commentators have even expressed that this incident opened the door to a new era of privacy. It was a symbolic and a timely incident revealed just before the GDPR enforcement started. Okay, now, with the background of data and privacy, I wish to talk a bit about how LINE works to understand and meet its user privacy expectations. At LINE, we understand these privacy concerns by breaking them out into 5 elements as seen here. We are aware that what constitutes privacy for our users is different amongst regions, countries, communities, and individuals. There is no one-size-fits-all answer to understand all privacy concerns. Our mission, closing the distance. This means respecting the cultures and norms of each individual country or region in order to engage users on a very deep level and evolve locally. In line with our mission to meet our users' privacy expectations around the world, it is vital to understand how the different privacy ideas came to be. At LINE, in order to close the distance for our users, we are addressing their privacy concerns and meeting their expectations through 3 approaches. 1, compliance. 2, user empowerment. And finally, outreach. I'll talk a bit about just essence. So in essence, while conforming with the local laws and customs, we flexibly incorporate outside views that we acquire through outreach, and we try to delegate control to the users as much as possible. We believe that enhancing and incorporating these elements in a balanced way is the best way of meeting all of our users' privacy expectations globally. Okay. Continuing our diligent efforts to meet our privacy responsibilities is a key part of our mission of closing the distance. Thank you, and please be sure to enjoy yourselves at this engaging summit. Okay.